Hello and welcome. Today we are going to take a look at ransomware and why it has been rising significantly within a couple of years. So, ransomware is a very popular way for hackers to extort money from companies and individuals. So, basically, to do ransomware is very easy because most of the hackers just use open source tools to perform these tasks, and it's all available for free, so no buying. You just take it and you deploy it. As these techniques grow and people get to know how it works, um, okay, let's just cut it and go straight to example of how um, ransomware operators, some of them uses the open source tools to uh, perform their attack. So before anyone can perform a ransomware attack, they need to have access to the victim's computer, which is very easy to do, as you can send phishing emails, or you just need to physically have access to the computer. So first, the attacker will get a footprint on the computer, and then they will use if you are interested in to know how they get access to the computer, they can use as phishing, as I said, a vulnerability like the WinRAR, a vulnerability that allows you to execute code when someone tries to unzip a file, right? So these are kind of things that happens that they use to get access to your to get access to your computer through phishing. Okay, there are multiple ways to do it, but I'm just using this as an example. So after getting access to your computer, to perform ransomware, all you need to do is encrypt the files on the computer or the server, right? Or they can just download all the files. So there are tools they use to download the files, and there are tools they use to encrypt the file. So to download the files, we are just going to take a look at one open source tool that was recently being used in a campaign by hackers. Okay, it's called Clone, and what it does is it will sync your files to whatever you want. Okay, it will sync your files for cloud storage, Google Drive, Dropbox. Let's just look at it. Okay, so rclone is a command line program to sync files and directories to and from cloud storage providers, and these are the storage providers that they support. Okay, and if you go to the features, you will see #1 check at all time for file integrity. So this is basically just what it checks about the files, but one thing is it can save local or remote files over HTTP, so you can exchange files and you can sync files. So basically what this means is, if an attacker have gotten access to your computer and then they run this tool on your software, they will set it up in a way that it will download all your files, or it will just copy everything on your computer to but wherever the attacker wants it to be. Okay, so they will have a copy of your files, and then they will use another tool to encrypt it. Okay, so for the encryption, there are various tools that can be used to encrypt the hard disks and the files, everything on it. So you can just do GitHub and then do this, and then do or you can just add as sh1. Where is it? Okay, this is an encryption type. Let me just show you. There's a encryption type, so you can just choose the encryption type you want and then add it to the GitHub. Okay, so you can just ask ChatGPT what's the strongest encryption. Over there it will mention it to you, and then you just add it here. And then if you want to encrypt the whole hard disk, you just add hard disk encryption, and then you add that whatever encryption that you want to use. Okay, and then you automate it to run on the victim's computer. That's how ransomware attacks happens. Most of the time, writing the programs from scratch is time wasting for cyber criminals, which they prefer not to do, because, well, who wants to waste time, right? So stay alert and always make sure you don't have programs you don't know stay on your computer. If you see a program that you don't know, I recommend you just remove it. And if you are good at tech, or you are a little bit good at research tools, or just find out what the networks the tool communicates with, and block all the networks so no communication can be performed anymore. Okay, and remove the tool from your computer, and always scan your computer for viruses. Okay, don't allow any program to run. So this is how it works. If you want me to go deep into the technical side, then what we will do is I will just make the tools. I will just gather the tools, then we will perform example attack on my virtual box. Okay, my virtual box, then you will see how it works. But in case you are not interested in that, just find your own tools and try it. Okay, just this for educational purpose. I'm not saying go and do it on paper. Okay, you just need to stay aware. I believe if you know how the thing works, you know how to protect yourself. Okay, you can't just preach to you that you should do this, scan, run more Windows Defender all the time, but you need to also know how the attacks happen. So in case it is happening to you, then you recognize without hesitation, and maybe bad things can be prevented. So I hope this video is helpful, and I have talked a lot, and I hope it's good talk. So that's it. If you need anything I haven't mentioned, just comment below, and I will do my best to provide you all the answers I know. Okay.